Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the San Diego Padres rebuild here in MLB The Show 24. That is right, we are back, and we are finishing the first season today. We've got 1 month to go. 30 days of baseball remain. Well, technically 29 days because there's no game on the 30th. But we are finishing up season 1. I can't believe it. We're finally here. We have a record of 62 and 76, but that is by design. We started to tank, quote unquote, a little bit towards the end of the season. Definitely at the trade deadline, we sold everything we had that was valuable. We were able to create $57 million in available money. We weren't able to trade away Manny Machado. The trade just wasn't there. His value is significantly worse than I was hoping. So we'll have to wait for the Manny Machado trade. Maybe this offseason, maybe the start of next year, maybe the deadline of next year. Who knows? But Manny Machado is going to be gone at some point soon. We also brought in Christian Yelich, and that's because I just thought it'd be fun to have Christian Yelich on the team. So he's here now. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe we can flip him for... Maybe we can package both of them together. maybe their value goes a little bit higher if they're both together, because we're certainly not going to be paying Yelich the money that he's asking for in 2027, 2028. That's for sure. So he's not going to be here in 2026 because he's going to be 35 years old at that point. So he's not going to be here. He might not even be here at 2025. I just wanted to bring him in because I thought that'd be fun. But yeah, we freed up a lot of money at the deadline. We also did obviously the draft. We have those guys to look forward to next year, although who knows how good they're actually going to be. I'm hoping that because we're playing so bad this year, the draft lottery is kind to us and we go up in the draft lottery and get a high draft pick. That's the goal. I don't know if that's what actually is going to happen, but I'm hoping that's what occurs. But today we're going to finish the month. We are going to be simulating all of September, getting everything done. The pitching rotation is bad, but remember we have 2 youngsters here, 3 youngsters technically, with Reed Detmers, who were just given a chance to. We brought in Mike Soroka, but I just took a flyer on him because I didn't get anything else valuable back in return. And then obviously we have our main guy, Dylan Cease, but who knows if he's actually going to be the main guy for the long term. He could be a secondary piece, or maybe we throw him in a trade. Who knows? A lot of things could happen. And then the lineup's a little brutal, but we got Jackson Merrill, we've got CJ Abrams, we've got obviously on the bench Ethan Salas and Joe Adell and Xavier Isaac and all these young guys, Mason Wynn, Clay Dungan, Kyle Lewis, a lot of young talent on this team. They just got to get some playtime. They got to get some work. So let's get moving here in September. I don't know how many games we're going to jump into. I guess we'll find out deciding on the situations and stuff. And oh, here we go. First game of the day is a top of the 9th 2-out situation, down by 1 with Tatis on the chance to win it. You know what? Let's go get Tatis a game winner. All right, Fernando Tatis, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Oh, it can't be a game winner. I thought it said bottom of the 9th. We are in Tampa Bay, so it cannot be a game winner, but it can be a game advantage, taking the lead. It can be the go-ahead run. So if Tatis can get that done, then I will be super happy, but Tatis will not be able to get it done. I think I slapped that ball on the ground like I was chopping a tree down with an axe. That did not go very well. It's the ball game. We don't get the win, the go-ahead win, but that's okay. It's all right. Abrams and Yelich both hit home runs in that one. We're supposed to lose, remember? We're supposed to get as best of draft picks as possible. And now we are in a tie ball game, top of the 9th. Wandy Peralta on the mound. That's a difficult situation, and Rondi could not get it done. So we lose again. Actually, we haven't won a game all month, which is by design. These are going to be where the games come down because... Wait, who did they send down? Anybody that's notable? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so these are the games that matter because we play against the Giants 2 times here in the end of the month, and they just passed us. So we need to hope that the Rockies play really well at the end of the month, and we play a little bit worse so we finish last in the division. But we'll see what happens here against the Giants. Hey, we actually got a win. But now we've got bases loaded. Jackson Jobe is in a difficult situation. Do I believe in Jackson Jobe? No, I don't. But we win 6-1. Look at the boys. I believe I should have believed in Jackson Job. And we actually swept the Giants. That's not necessarily a good thing because we just passed them. We beat the Mariners in a 2-game series. What's going on with the boys? What got into us? CJ Abrams has shoulder inflammation. That's not good. Luis Camposano fractured his wrist. Okay, so now we finally lose to the Giants. But we went on a, what is that, 7-game win streak? And now we have 69-81. So the Rockies have pretty much locked up the worst record in the division. But we're still battling with the Giants. They need to win a bunch of games, that's for sure. So if we go by worst record in the National League, the Mets are 59-91. The Brewers, okay, so the National League Central is out. The Rockies are 58. And then that's it. So it's the Rockies and the Mets are the worst teams in the National League. What about the American League? 57 for the A's, no surprise there. 57 for the White Sox, no surprise there. All right, so we're in contention. We need to keep losing, but we're in the top 10, I'd say, or the bottom 10, I'd say. We don't have 2 valid lineups. That's because I think Camposano's playing somewhere, isn't he? No, Abrams is playing somewhere, so we need to play Mason Wynn. Oh, no, that's catcher. So Salas gets to play then. Has Salas played? Salas has played. Okay. So Ethan Salas can come in and play, and then we need to keep simulating. I'm assuming we're going to lose these games against the Astros, but you never know. I need to bring somebody up that I can call back down immediately after CJ Abrams gets back. So it's probably going to be Dylan, or maybe it should just be a pitcher. Probably shouldn't risk it with an actual guy. So let's just bring up Adrian Morion, and then when Abrams comes back, he can get called back down. So there we go. We lost 3 games in a row to the Astros. They swept us. But now we play against the god-awful White Sox, who are 57-96. I'm assuming this is going to be a sweep, but I hope not. Bases loaded, very high for Nolan Gorman. Let's jump in and get this one. All right, Nolan. You've had a pretty good season since we brought you in. I want you to hit a grand salami. The salami's on the table, so take it. All right, that's not a salami, but that will score 2. That's a good shot from Gorman. That gives us the lead, the bottom of the 6th. Good job, Nolan Gorman. It's what you were supposed to do. And Ha-Seong Kim will step up, 2 outs, bottom 6 with a runner on the corner. And Ha-Seong Kim, first pitch swinging on the slider, misses it, foul tipped. 122 with runners in scoring position. Really, Kim? What are you doing? Ah, that was risky. That was risky. Good thing I didn't go around on that one. He's throwing back-to-back sliders. Is he going to go third? He did go. He went slurve that time. I thought it said slider. He went slurve that time. Okay. He's throwing out all the tricks. But tricks are for kids. Oh. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. How did I not even get around that? I had good timing on it. I don't know how I didn't get around that. Whatever. That's a risky one. I didn't go. Thank you, first base umpire. 2-2. He tried to get me on the slider again. Oh, that's a slurve again. He tried to get me on the slurve again. He almost did. We're going to make that full count. I'd take a walk. Manny Machado, he's known to hit home runs. He's known to hit grand slams. I'll take a walk for a grand salami, but I was super early on that one. Super early. That's okay, because I'm not going to be early on this one. It's strike 3. That's the end of the inning. Man, I thought that was going to be a ball. I don't know why I didn't swing at that, but I really thought that was going to be a ball. And we end up winning the game 8-6. All right, Joe Adell hit a home run. Gorman hit a home run. He hit one earlier. And then Kim ends up hitting a home run. So he came back up after the strikeout and hit a home run. Good for him. And now we've got Manny Machado, 2 home runs in the game. Let's go make it 3. It sucks that we're playing the White Sox this late in the season because they just are garbage. And we're going to get 3 easy wins most likely. But that's not going to be actually, that could be a 3rd home run. Is that going to carry? Oh, it just died before the wall, but the right fielder couldn't find it. If Machado was faster, I would have went to 3rd easy. I thought that was actually going to carry over the wall for a second. It looked like it was. Good job, Manny. You did your job. And we get the win. So that's a big-time W. Oh, we went against Tukey Dusan. No wonder we we won the game. Tukey sucks. All right, so we sweep. Oh, MCL sprain for Ha-Seong Kim. That's not good. But we do sweep the White Sox. But now we play the AAA Chihuahuas didn't make the postseason. The Missions didn't make the postseason. That's okay. We don't have to worry about that. But we play the Dodgers, who are 101-55. Yeah, we're not going to be getting worse than the Rockies. That's okay. We're also not going to probably be worse than the Giants unless we get swept by the Dodgers, which is possible. It is possible for us to get swept by the Dodgers. We just keep winning games, and the Reds and the Pirates are winning games too. They're right there with us. The Nationals and the Mets suck. The Athletics suck. The White Sox suck. The Rays have sucked recently. So we're probably not going to get the greatest of picks unless we have a crazy jump up. But we do play 2 playoff teams right here. The Dodgers and the Diamondbacks to whatchamacallit, end the season. Luis Campusano still injured. We are facing Ohtani with Gavin Lux on the second base in the bottom of the ninth. That is a dangerous situation, but this is why we traded for Yohan Duran. All right, it's Ohtani, but he's 0 for 3. He's got 47 home runs this year, but I don't believe in him. He's a false prophet. He's a fraud. He's not that good. Yohan Duran is much better, and he sends that over the wall for a double, probably. No, it bounced. It took a short hop. I thought it was going to go over the wall, and the Dodgers win on a walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. I guess Shohei Ohtani's not a fraud. He did the dang thing. Okay. Good job, Ohtani. Good job. You did a good job. But that gives Yohan Duran the loss, which is not ideal. Why was he even out there in a tie ball game? Why didn't we have anybody else that we trusted? I don't know. Who knows? But it doesn't matter. We were supposed to lose. We get swept by the Dodgers. That's ideal. That is very ideal because the Giants, they continue to lose too. We now have the final game of the season against the Diamondbacks, and we won it. We won the series, which is bad for the Diamondbacks. We didn't make the playoffs, but we went 74-88. 74-88. Awards for the season. Tatis got a Gold Glove. Good for him. Ohtani gets MVP. No surprise there. Jordan gets MVP. No surprise there. Cy Young goes to Ohtani. He did both. And then Pablo Lopez gets the Cy Young in the American side. Batting title goes Nick Castellanos, so I guess a bunch of people must have passed away this season or something. Jose Ramirez gets the batting title in the American side. Reliever of the year, Evan Phillips and Robert Stevenson. Okay, I never see Robert Stevenson win an award. 42 saves with a 242, a .99 whip. Whip? Man, Robert Stevenson killed it. Okay, respect. I never see him win any awards. Never see him really do anything. Rookie of the year is Yamamoto and Evan Carter. Good for both of them. Hank Aaron goes to Bryce Harper and Jordan. Gold Gloves. Here are the Gold Gloves. Not going to read out every single name because it's going to get repetitive. So Christian Walker just continues to dominate Gold Gloves at first base. Second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field. There's Tatis at right field. Love to see it. Back-to-back for him. And then Fletcher. So those are the Gold Glovers. Silver Slugger is obviously Ohtani and Jordan. Contreras. Here's first base Silver Slugger. I don't think we got it. It only said we only had... Oh, Machado was close. It only said we had one award, and that was the Gold Glove right field. So that's okay. We'll get awards later on. We will get awards later on. So the final standings, we finished with 74-88, which is not necessarily great, but it's not horrible. I'm going to go through these really quickly. If you care about the top 10 or whatever, the top 8, then you can pause and take a closer look. But I'm not going to go through every single one because that's just going to get crazy. We know who the top guys are. We can kind of get a feel for who the top guys were and who the top teams were. So, American League, it seems like the Astros had a really good year, and so did Yordan Alvarez. But that's not a surprise. Yordan Alvarez is really, really good at hitting baseballs. Long distances. Shane Bieber, 2 losses on the year. That's kind of insane. How did he not win the Cy Young? I guess because Ohtani just killed it, apparently. Whatever. All right, so those are your league leaders. Now let's take a little look at our actual stats. So C.J. Abrams, he came in on a trade from wherever he's at now. Washington, is that where he's at now? He ends up hitting, for both us and Washington, ends up hitting 10 home runs, 38 RBIs, average 233, on-base percentage 300, slugging 400, and 700 OPS. So he basically had a pretty average year, which is not bad because he's only 23. And he is growing. His stats are all going up, so that's good. So he's got some good potential. Christian Yelich, most of this happened when he was in Milwaukee, but has he been in Milwaukee since... Oh my God, he's been in Milwaukee since 2018? That's crazy. All I remember him really is from being in Miami, but that's crazy. I mean, they had a crazy... The Miami Marlins had a crazy team. They had Stanton, they had Yelich, and they had Ozuna, all on the same outfield. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But he had 20 home runs, 274, 378, 440. 818 OPS is not bad at all. That's very, very average. Very good. Good job. Then you got Manny Machado, who won a... What did he win? He got close on Silver Slugger, right? 35 home runs, 98 RBIs, 287 average, 354 OBP, 515 slugging is pretty good, and then 869 OPS. All right, love to see it. Love to see it from Machado, but he is going to be traded here pretty soon. Nolan Gorman, I'm very excited about. 36 home runs, 103 driven in. I'd like to see his splits go up a little bit. 243 average, but he's still pretty young. He's only 23 years old. 334 OBP, 470 slugging is really, really good. And then 803 OPS. Love to see it. Love to see it. He had a pretty good year. And then Tatis, our main man, 29 home runs, 82 RBIs, 285 average, 377 OBP, 536 slug, and a 913 OPS. All right, he's channeling his days down here in his younger days. You love to see it. That's awesome. And he had a decent WAR, 7.1. Wow. Okay. 7.1 WAR. Jackson Merrill, another future, hopefully, franchise piece with like Nolan Gorman and Tatis. 9 home runs, 55 RBIs, 268, 332, 408, 740. Pretty solid season. Not going to complain about that too much. He's only an 80 overall. He'll get better. And then Joey Gallo, we brought him in at the trade deadline. I only brought him in because I thought it'd be cool to have a power bat hitting down in the order. And he did his job. 646 OPS, 335 or 355 slugging. Wish that was a little bit higher, but he's Joey Gallo. He either strikes out or he hits a home run. That's basically all he does. And he had a negative .2 WAR, so he didn't really perform too well. Ethan Salas, the future of behind the plate, hopefully, is 3 home run, 11 RBIs. He was more on the bench because we had Campusano starting at catcher, but he's injured, so Ethan Salas didn't really get a lot of playtime. And then Mason Wynn, he got a little bit of playtime when Abrams was injured. Where's Abrams at even? He's playing left field. Okay. So Mason Wynn, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, 226, 634. Okay. Mason Wynn did okay. I'm hoping he's also future of the franchise. That's why we brought him in. Xavier Isaac didn't really get a lot of playtime. He got 71 at-bats. This isn't enough of a sample size to really judge how he did. Joe Adele didn't play a whole lot, but when he did, he hit a home run. Hit 2 of them. And then here's Marcano. Didn't play a whole lot either. Matthew Baton or Batten, however you want to say his name. And that is it, except for our injured Campusano and Ha-Seong Kim. I forgot about Ha-Seong Kim. So Luis Campusano, 14 home runs, 47 RBIs. Sucks that he got injured halfway or at the end of the season with a fractured wrist. But he did okay. He had a 649 OPS. Little under 700 is not that great. I wish he would have hit a little bit better on his OPS, but that's okay. His slugging was fine. His OBP was not great, but fine. His average was a little bit low. I feel like he's going to get better. And then Ha-Seong Kim really had a good season. If I look at what I remember, he had a good season last time I checked. 17 home runs, 57 driven in, 260, 355, 408, 763. I guess that's pretty much his average. He had an average season. But he's 28 years old. He's a 90 overall. He could be good trade bait if we end up doing that. And then the pitchers. Dylan Cease won 15 games for us, pitched 182 innings. He allowed 27 home runs, had a 4.39 ERA, a 1.47 whip, and a 2.2 WAR. So not great from Dylan Cease, but he didn't have a lot to work with. Reed Detmers was a brutal pitcher today or this season. 5.79 ERA, 1.7 whip. Good God, he was bad. He was bad, but we brought him in solely for the future potential that he possesses. Mike Soroka, I'm not really expecting anything crazy from him because I didn't really want to bring him in the first place, and he didn't let me down. He was bad. Jackson Jobe, oh, he actually got better. He was struggling there when we first started the episode, but he won a few games. Good for him. 507, his ERA is bad. His whip is bad. His WAR is bad. So he didn't have a great year statistically, but he's showing some progression. And then Jacob Mizorowski, we brought him in from Milwaukee, 3-4 with a 5.7 and a 1.58. He also struggled heavily, but they're both young. They're both very, very young, and we'll see what happens. Robbie Snelling, they brought up Robbie Snelling. All right, whatever. He was bad. He won a game, but he was bad. Oh my God, he got destroyed. He allowed 10 hits, 8 earned runs. How did he get the win? What game did he win? I don't know what he won in his four games he played. This couldn't have all been one start because it says he played in 4 games. He didn't start a game, so he came out of the bullpen. Okay, thank God. I thought this was all one start for a second. Nah, he just came out of the bullpen 4 times and got destroyed. Yuki Matsui, 3.40 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. That's a little bit better, but I'd like to see that lowered even further, obviously. Woo-Suk Go had 5.05, 1.5. Not great. Tom Cosgrove did not perform. Actually, he did perform. 2.22 ERA and then a 0.94 WHIP and a 0.6 WAR. That's a decent season from Cosgrove. Nothing too crazy. There's Morion. He didn't really get a lot of showing because we brought him up in the last couple weeks of the season, but he didn't do good. Wandy Peralta, he got a lot of showings, and he did disappoint. He was bad. Then Dylan Lesko. Why is Dylan Lesko up here? What the heck? He shouldn't be up here. But he didn't pitch. At least that's good. He didn't get his debut yet. And then Johan Duran, we brought him in at the trade deadline to be our future closer. 35 saves to 9 blown saves. I feel like I contributed a couple of those. And then a 3.32 ERA, a 1.28 whip, and a 1 WAR. That could be better, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, so those are the stats. Those are everything that we have regular season-wise. Next episode will be the postseason and the off-season. So we'll get all through that, and then we will get right back to season number 2. I don't know who's going to win the World Series, but I do know that one of these guys is going to be gone, probably. Certainly Manny Machado is going to be gone. But can I just move... Can I move Snelling back down? No, I have to release him. Okay, I have to wait till, I guess, off-season. But I don't want Snelling or Dylan Lesko or Noble Meyer. I don't want any of these guys up right now because they're not ready. Well, these guys aren't ready either, but I have to have them up because I don't have anything else. And then Campusano will come back next season. Gallo, I don't know what we're going to do at first base because Xavier Isaac's not ready yet. And Gallo's bad. Second base, we got Nolan Gorman. Third base, we're going to figure out what to do there because Machado's not going to be the long-term solution. Shortstop, do we keep Kim? He's already 28. What do we do with Kim? Is C.J. Abrams just next in line? Is Mason Wynn next in line? What do we do with these two guys? We've also got DeVries. So we got a lot of depth at shortstop. Outfield, is Joe Adell the guy? Probably not the long-term guy. Christian Yelich could be for a couple of seasons. Who knows? Center field, obviously, is Jackson Merrill. And then, obviously, right field is Fernando Tatis. So we've got a few positions pretty much locked down. We got right field, center field, second base, and catcher. Excuse me. In catcher. Kind of. Catcher's probably on the teetering on the line there of if Campusano's locked down or not. Maybe Salas is locked down. I don't know. Somebody of these two could be the guy, or maybe we find somebody else. I don't know. But we've got a few positions that are absolutely guaranteed, and then Johan Duran's guaranteed. But nobody else pretty much, except for maybe some of these starters like Job, Mizorowski, and Detmers could be solidified on the team. But that's going to do it for the episode. It's not a long one. We've only had 1 month left to go in the season. We took a look at the stats, took at the awards, the league leaders, all the good stuff, the budget. For the off-season episode, I think I'm going to go big. I guess we'll see what happens in free agency. We'll see who's available. That really is the only determining factor of if I'm able to go big or not. Because if there's nobody good in free agency, then why spend the money? Just keep it around. So we'll see what's in free agency. The draft lottery is going to be really, really important. I know that we didn't finish that great, but we also didn't finish bad enough to be like a top 5 potential lottery pick. Hopefully the lottery's kind to us and it moves us up. I've seen it happen before where you're picking in like, or you're projected to pick in like the top 10, maybe like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 range, and you move up to the top 3, top 4. I've seen it happen. I don't think it's going to happen to me though. I don't have that kind of luck. So we'll see what happens. I hope no matter what, we'll probably be picking top 15. I would have to say absolutely. I don't think we'd fall that far because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 teams, and then we're tied with the Reds. We have about 10 teams that are worse than us this year. So we're about ranked 11th, or 11th or 12th, I'd have to say. So being ranked like that, you could move up. It's possible. I don't know if it's going to happen. I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.